Hello everybody, welcome back to another update. Today we're going to continue working on my new and improved Ninjago Mountain. The first thing that I have to do is extract said mountain. In order to do so, I have to move all of the zoo mills plates out of the way so I can slide this massive beast of a mountain over and then out. Now, this thing is 20 inches wide. And the hole that I'm standing in right now is 25 inches wide. So in order to bring this thing out or in, I have to carry it overhead through this hole. It is rather difficult, but it's actually not too bad. It's not like it's really heavy. And thankfully, it is very, very sturdy because the plates that it sits on are all interlocked by 2x4 bricks. So the way to do it is actually to place the large mills plate and then put the temples on top as separate components. I made the mistake the other day of not sliding it all the way over and trying to place the dojo temple on top. I grabbed the dojo temple by the fragile sides and it exploded on me. So I now know to assemble it right here, and then once it's assembled, very easily just slide it into spots. So when we get this thing detailed and put back in the city, I'm gonna make sure to do it the right way this time. I haven't changed my shirt from yesterday. Bricksie, bam! So to be completely honest with you, once the details are done here today, this thing is pretty much gonna be stationary in the LEGO city. And then if I need to make minor changes to it, I'll be doing them where it sits here in the city because extracting it is rather difficult. But we're making some serious changes to it today, so it's gonna be a lot easier to do from my desk, but I just wanna capture this on film. I'm not 5 inches wide, I don't think. Maybe going down, but not coming up. It's hard. So I've gotta do it overhead and crouch down and get below it. And then I can bring it down onto the ground like that. So it's pretty interesting, and I'm glad I didn't make it any bigger. But as you can see, once I get it built and all the details are on there, I'm gonna put it in that corner, and then if I need to make changes, I'll just extract the zoo mills plates, slide it over, make my changes, slide it back. I'm not gonna be hauling this thing to my desk back and forth just because it's so big. And when I add all the details here today, once again, it's going to become much heavier. So yeah, actually big trees and stuff like that are going to have to be built and then transported separately, I think, and then placed over here. But yeah, we got lots of work to do today, so let's get started. I've got quite a long list of details to add to this thing here, and I think the best place to get started would probably be the hiking trail that's going to allow the minifigures to hike up the mountain to the top level. Let me tell you, it's a deadly climb to the top. Looks a little bit square right now, but the next detail that we're going to add to this mountain is slopes. And with the slopes, the mountain looks 10 times better. Look at that. Also added some cheese wedges. We've got to add some greenery as well, but I think the next thing that I'm going to do is add details to the Temple of Erjitsu platform. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. I laid a layer of black plate, then I framed that using a whole bunch of slopes, and on top of that black plate is the trans blue tiles and also some 1x1 cheese wedges, also a bunch of bamboo, and it just adds the perfect amount of water going around the Temple of Erjitsu. Of course, that water flows down the waterfall into the stream. And the next thing that we got to do is add some greenery to our mountain range. Actually, before greenery came something else. I wanted to repair and place the dojo temple. I also put some dark tan plates out front. I think this will be like a training area. I'll be able to put some Ninjago minifigures on there. I also added some color to our pathway. I just think that looks better and more realistic. Then you'll see some green patches I think I'm gonna place some trees on those green patches, and that's what we're up to next. Originally, I was thinking I was gonna add some large trees to this model, but I honestly think that they're gonna take away from it. So I decided to add a bunch of these little sapling trees right here, some of the pre-made trees, also these leaf elements, and of course bamboo. And I just think it adds a nice pop of color. I don't think it overpowers the model. I think if I start sticking cylinder-based trees on there, it's going to just take away from it, and they just really won't blend into the landscape. This is a thing of beauty, and this is for sure the best mountain that I've ever created. I'm hyped on it. It's missing one thing though, and that's a bridge going over the creek. Originally, I thought I was going to do the same bridge as the campground, just one of these little curved bridges right here, but I decided to change it up. This one looks a bit sketchy. I don't have any brown jumpers. I only have 2, and I didn't want to make it look inconsistent. But just the gaps between the boards looks pretty cool. I'll have to get some brown 1x2 jumpers just to make it look better. But I think it gets the point across. Looks pretty cool. And a little bit sketchy, just like the pathway or staircase leading up to the Temple of Air Jitsu. Woo! This thing looks pretty incredible. I still have to add the path down here. Just like I did here, I might inset it into the grass, but I'm not going to do that until I place this in the Lego City, just to make sure we get that aligned properly. Holy cow, look at that. Should we place it? I think so. Once again, when moving this beast of a Mills plate, the first thing I got to do is remove the temples. So you can see the outline for the Temple of Air Jitsu. Just fits right in there. The water goes up against it. These bricks sort of inset it into the water, which is pretty nice. And then the Dojo temple is fairly simple. I just got some bricks back here, and those sort of line up with a groove on the set, and then the set just pushes up against these dark tan plates. Wish me luck on moving this thing. Well, I'm lucky to be alive. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't too bad. It is a little bit heavier though. You know what? It's in there, and I don't foresee me moving it out of there or having to for any reason, because pretty much all the changes that we want to make are done. Let's bring in the temples. Okay, so I just need to fix up this scenario right here. Move that stream, put in our path toward the bridge. There we go. I think that looks a little better. Our stream lines up. We got our trailhead. Walk past the fishing shacks there. Go over the bridge. Make your way up the mountain to the Dojo temple, where we have some ninjas sparring. All sorts of greenery and slopes and rocks. Then, if you have the courage, you can make your way up to the Temple of Air Jitsu. Little reservoir of water up top there. Coming down the waterfall. All sorts of greenery. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good, everybody. This is definitely the best mountain that I've ever made. Oh yes, look at that. Ninjago Mountain. You know what? I wanted to get these in play so bad. So now with this new mountain with multiple tiers, I'm able to do that, and I'm pretty happy about it. It's time to reassemble my zoo. I'm not going to bother putting my mountain panel back, which is right over here, because it has to be rendered to fit that area. Also, I want to build my bird aviary at the same time. I'm thinking about building into the mountain edge, actually, and doing nocturnal animals there as well. It's a thought. It's something from the comment section. Also, in regards to the zoo, some people want me to put glass panels under here so there's 2 levels of viewing, and I'm going to tell you why I can't do that. This is 3 bricks tall. The glass panels, which I would have to use to accommodate a minifigure and to make it look proper, are 5 bricks tall. That would raise up this whole path 2 more bricks, and I just think it would make the path or the raised walkway too tall. So that's why I don't want to do that. However, a lot of people have also been telling me to align these 2 walkways. I'm probably going to do that. The crocodiles and the lions are 1 Mills plate. The pandas is its own Mills plate. So in order to do that, I would have to combine these into 1 Mills plate, similar to how the crocodiles and lions are, and then I'd be able to align those paths. Because this is literally a base plate. You can see the edge of it right there. So there's no way for me to do that unless I combine these 2 plates, which I'm on board for. I agree with that. It will look pretty cool. But the raised walkways with the glass viewing underneath, unfortunately, I can't do that. Hey, wait a minute. This isn't a zoo update. But I mean, it backs right onto the zoo, so whatever's behind the zoo, affects the look of the zoo. And look at that. That is just so much better. I am so excited about this mountain. It's taken me 2 days to build. About 48 hours has passed by. Time-wise, I don't even know how many hours I put into it. Probably, I don't know. I have no idea. I think I worked 2 12-hour days maybe, so like 24 hours, but that also includes all the video editing as well, which is like a ridiculous amount actually. But yeah, it looks fantastic. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, the new and improved Ninjago Mountain, everybody. Yes, I am excited about that. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. Farewell.